Chosen one, stop scrolling. This message is urgent. Everything you warned them about is unfolding right now. The energy has shifted, the veil is thinning, and the truth you carried inside your spirit is finally being revealed. You tried to tell them, didn't you? You tried to warn them about the signs, the storms, the silence before the shaking. But they called you crazy, paranoid, or lost. Now, as the world begins to tremble in alignment with your visions, your soul feels the weight of destiny pressing upon it. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to awaken first. You were meant to see before the rest could believe. The silence before the storm. For years you felt it, a quiet knowing deep inside your spirit. You couldn't explain it in words, but your intuition screamed louder than logic ever could. You felt energies shift in rooms, sensed darkness behind smiles, and noticed the patterns others were blind to. That wasn't coincidence. That was calling. The universe placed a divine radar inside you. It tunes into truth, even when it's hidden beneath layers of lies. That's why your warnings were met with resistance. You carried light into spaces addicted to the dark. You carried wisdom into a generation distracted by noise. They laughed when you spoke. They rolled their eyes when you said, "It's coming." But now look around. Everything feels different. The spiritual atmosphere is changing. What was once hidden is being dragged into the light. The awakening. You're not crazy for feeling this shift. You're awakening to your ancient purpose. Chosen ones are never random souls, are the echoes of higher missions sent through human forms. You incarnated to guide, to heal, to awaken others. But first, you had to be broken. Every betrayal, every silent night, every moment of isolation was training. You weren't being punished. You were being purified. The divine stripped away everything that couldn't go with you into the next level of your purpose. That pain was the fire that shaped your wisdom. That loneliness was the cocoon before your rebirth. Now the signs are undeniable. You're seeing through illusions, feeling the vibration of truth in your bones. What you warned about, the shift, the exposure, the awakening, isn't coming. It's here. The truth, RVLED. The energies of this world are separating. Light is rising. Darkness is being forced to reveal itself. And those who mocked your warnings are quietly realizing you weren't speaking nonsense. You were prophesying. Chosen ones always carry the frequency of foresight. Your spirit moves ahead of time. You sense storms before they arrive. You dream of truths before they're spoken. That's why others fear you. They feel your light exposing what they try to hide. And now, that exposure is happening globally. The same energies that tried to bury you are being buried by truth. The same people who rejected you are now running from the very darkness they once defended. Everything you felt, saw, and said, it's unfolding right before their eyes. The loneliness of being ahead. It hurts, doesn't it? Watching everything you foresaw come to pass while the world finally starts to catch up. You wanted to be wrong. You wanted peace, not to be proven right. But deep down, your soul always knew this was part of your purpose. Being chosen doesn't mean being celebrated. It means being set apart. It means walking through seasons where no one understands you, only to find out later that you were preparing the path for others. It means carrying burdens that aren't yours, just to awaken those still asleep. Your isolation was divine separation. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. You were being refined into the vessel of truth you are now. The great UNFOLDING. Look around. The energy you feel isn't fear, it's confirmation. The collective is waking up. Hidden intentions are surfacing. People are questioning systems, relationships, even their own reflections. The spiritual storm you warned them about has begun, not to destroy, but to cleanse. The veil between the physical and the divine is thinning. You're seeing signs, synchronicities, numbers, and dreams that are more vivid than ever. That's not imagination, it's communication. The divine is speaking to you more clearly because your frequency has matched your mission. Everything you went through, the pain, the rejection, the warnings, was not in vain. You were chosen to be a bridge between worlds. The rise of the chosen. This is your time. The era of hiding your light is over. The energy that once drained you is now bowing before you. You've stepped into divine alignment, and the universe is ready to move through you. The same people who ignored your voice will one day seek your wisdom. The same world that rejected your truth will soon depend on it. Don't silence yourself anymore. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Move, even if you're afraid. The world is aligning with what your soul always knew. You warned them. You saw it. You spoke it. And now, it's happening. Chosen one, don't stop now. This is not the end. It's the awakening. The world needs your energy, your vision, your truth. Don't let fear or doubt silence the voice that was chosen to awaken others. Comment, "I'm ready," if you feel this message deep in your soul. Like this video if your spirit knows this was meant for you. And subscribe to Inner Wisdom Souls, because this space was created for those who see beyond the surface, for those who carry divine purpose in human form. You are not crazy, you are not alone. You are chosen, and everything you warned them about is finally here. The shift in the atmosphere. Can you feel it? The air around you is heavier, charged, almost electric. This isn't your imagination. This is the shift you've been sensing for years now becoming visible. Old systems are collapsing. People are waking up in masses. Energies that were hidden beneath smiles and masks are surfacing in plain sight. You're watching the spiritual war that's always been happening move from the unseen into the seen. This is why your spirit feels both restless and alive at the same time. You're not just observing a change, you're part of it. Your presence, your voice, your energy is influencing the collective shift. This is why your spirit feels a deep pull to stand stronger than ever before. You're no longer just a witness to prophecy, you're the embodiment of it. The heavy crown of knowing. Carrying knowledge before its time is a heavy crown to wear. For years, you've held the burden of seeing what others couldn't, hearing what others ignored, and feeling what others denied. That weight made you question yourself, doubt your sanity, and even wish you could turn it off. But it was never a curse, it was training. You've been shaped into a vessel strong enough to hold this wisdom. Your tears watered the roots of your calling. Your heartbreak sharpened your discernment. Every moment of pain was a lesson in disguise, strengthening your spirit to stand in times like these. And now, as the world begins to shake, your spirit remains unshaken, because you've already survived your inner storm. The rising resonance. Look at how your energy has changed. Things that once drained you no longer touch you. People who once confused you can no longer deceive you. Situations that once controlled you no longer have a hold on you. This is the sign of your spiritual resonance rising. Your aura is stronger, your intuition sharper, your alignment deeper. You're no longer reacting, you're creating. The universe is responding to your vibration like never before. Doors are opening. Old ties are breaking. Hidden helpers are appearing. And even though the world outside feels unstable, inside of you, a new strength is being born. The signs you are living the prophecy. You've been noticing numbers, patterns, dreams, and messages showing up again and again. They're not coincidences, they're confirmations. The divine is guiding your steps, aligning your path, and speaking through synchronicities. Every time you get chills, every time your heart races at a truth, every time a sign appears right when you need it, that's your higher self affirming, you're exactly where you need to be. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're walking your path in perfect timing. And as you continue to walk it, more will be revealed. The people meant to join you will find you. The doors meant for you will open effortlessly. The power you've been preparing for will activate in its fullness. The Unmasking of the world. This is the season of unmasking. Leaders, systems, even relationships are showing their true faces. People you once trusted may reveal their real intentions. Situations you thought were stable may crumble. But don't fear this. It's not destruction, it's revelation. The truth always rises, And though it shakes foundations, it also sets you free. The same light exposing the world is also empowering you. The same shift that reveals darkness is also amplifying your gifts. While others are panicking, you're preparing. While others are lost, you're being led. The breaking of the old chains. Chosen one, feel the chains falling. The invisible restrictions that once held you back are breaking in real time. Cycles of pain, poverty, manipulation, and spiritual warfare that chased your bloodline are being dismantled because of the light you carry. You are not just experiencing change, you're breaking generational patterns with every step you take. This is why your battles were so intense. This is why your storms seemed endless. Darkness tried to crush you early because it knew once you stood in your power, everything would shift. Every tear, every loss, every night you spent questioning why it was so hard was preparation. You weren't just fighting for yourself. You were fighting for every soul connected to your calling, the activation of your gift. Your gift is activating. That inner knowing, that sharp intuition, that deep compassion, they're rising to a new level. You're noticing how quickly you sense people's true intentions. You're picking up messages before they're spoken. You're even finding yourself saying things that later turn out to be prophetic. This is the evidence of your next level. Your gift was hidden so it could grow in safety. Now it's ready to be used. Don't hold back. Don't dim it down. Don't question whether it's real. The activation of your gift is divine timing. It will guide you through what's coming next. The gathering of souls. Across the world, other chosen ones are awakening too. People who once felt isolated and silenced are finding each other. You're not imagining it. There's a collective rising happening now. A web of light is being woven across the earth, connecting those who are aligned with truth, compassion, and divine purpose. This is why you're being drawn to messages like this. This is why you're finding communities, teachers, and signs that reflect your inner calling. You're not alone, you're part of a movement, a spiritual army without weapons, fighting with light, healing, and truth. The shift in your identity. You're not who you were even 6 months ago. Old identities are dissolving. Old fears are losing their grip. You're stepping into a self you've never fully known before, the version of you that was always meant to lead, guide, and awaken. This shift may feel uncomfortable. You may feel like you're between worlds, no longer fitting into your old life but not yet fully in the new. But that's exactly where transformation happens. The cocoon feels like a tomb until the butterfly emerges. The space between who you were and who you're becoming is sacred ground. The prophetic moment you're living in. Right now, as you watch these words, you're living prophecy. Everything inside you that once felt too heavy is being revealed as necessary. Every vision, every warning, every intuition is aligning with reality. This is the moment your soul prepared for long before you even arrived here. What you're seeing in the world is not random. It's not chaos without purpose. It's the shaking of old structures to make way for the new. You, chosen one, are not a bystander. You're a seed of that newness. Your voice, your energy, your presence is part of the rebuilding. The divine strategy. Nothing you went through was wasted. Nothing you survived was meaningless. There is a divine strategy to your life. The isolation taught you how to hear your own spirit. The pain taught you discernment. The rejection taught you self-worth. And the visions taught you trust. All of it was orchestrated so that when this exact moment came, you would stand not confused but clear. Not weak but powerful. Not silent but ready to speak. The unveiling of your mission. The time for hiding is over. Your mission is no longer something whispered inside your soul at night. It's stepping out into daylight. You're beginning to see how your story, your struggles, and even your scars are keys for others. People will start coming to you, drawn to your energy, looking for answers they can't find anywhere else. This is not about ego. This is not about being special for the sake of it. This is about service. The chosen are not chosen to be above others. They're chosen to be light bearers. Your journey was the training ground for this very hour. Every test you endured is now becoming your testimony, every pain your power, every scar your symbol of victory. The power of your words. Be careful with what you speak now. Your words have always carried weight, but in this season they are seeds. When you speak life, things grow. When you declare freedom, chains break. When you say it is time, doors open. Your vibration has risen to the point where your voice creates reality. This is why the divine is urging you to speak with clarity. Affirm your purpose. Bless your path. Call forth your alignment. When a chosen one begins to truly speak from their higher self, the spiritual atmosphere shifts around them. That's the power inside you now. The collapse of false identities. As your light intensifies, you'll notice more masks falling, not just in the world but even within yourself. Old habits, false identities, and self-imposed limitations are crumbling. You're no longer interested in roles that keep you small. You're no longer attracted to relationships that drain your energy. You're no longer tolerating environments that dim your spirit. This collapse is not a loss, it's liberation. The divine is making space for the real you to emerge. The person who hid their gifts to stay safe is gone. The version of you who doubted their calling is dissolving. In its place, a truer, bolder, freer self is rising, the signals of the new earth. Pay attention to the signals. You'll start feeling drawn to new places, new people, new ideas. You'll feel an inner urge to release what no longer resonates. Dreams will become clearer. Numbers will repeat in patterns. Nature will speak to you more vividly. These are not just signs, they're coordinates. The divine is positioning you, step by step, into the center of your mission. The old earth, the one built on fear, deception, and control, is shaking. But the new earth built on truth, freedom, and higher consciousness is already forming. You are part of its foundation. Your life is a blueprint of its architecture. Every time you choose authenticity over fear, you're building it. Every time you speak truth, you're anchoring it. The rising of the unstoppable. This is the season where the chosen ones rise, not with noise and chaos, but with quiet, unstoppable power. You don't need to shout to be heard anymore. Your presence speaks louder than your words. Your energy announces your arrival before you even enter a room. People will begin to notice something different about you. They won't always understand it, but they'll feel it. Opportunities will find you. Resources will align with you. Doors you once knocked on will open by themselves. This is the shift from striving to flowing. This is the beginning of your unstoppable era, the expansion of your influence. As your light expands, so does your reach. People you've never met will feel your energy. Your words, your presence, even your silence will start touching hearts far beyond your physical space. This isn't about fame, it's about resonance. Your frequency is calling to those who are ready to wake up. You'll notice how your very existence begins to shift rooms, conversations, and even outcomes. Where there was confusion, clarity begins to appear. Where there was despair, hope takes root. Where there was division, unity starts to form. This is the invisible power of the awakened. Your energy moves before you, preparing the way. The awakening of your gifts in others. One of the most powerful signs of your calling is that your presence activates others. When people come near you, they start questioning their lives. They start remembering forgotten dreams. They start feeling a stirring in their own spirit. You're not forcing anything. You're simply embodying your truth, and that embodiment becomes a mirror for others. This is why your influence feels different now. It's not about convincing or debating, it's about being. The more you live your light, the more you awaken the light in others. The chosen are not just receivers of truth, they are transmitters of it. The reversal of the battlefield. For so long, it felt like you were constantly under attack by people, circumstances, energies you couldn't see but felt. But the battlefield is shifting now. The very forces that tried to suppress you are losing their hold. The obstacles that once stood in your way are becoming stepping stones. The battles you used to fight are turning into platforms for your growth. You're no longer reacting, you're directing. You're no longer hiding, you're shining. What once was resistance is now fuel. This is the reversal, the moment when everything that was meant to break you becomes the very thing that elevates you. The stirring of divine support. Feel into this. You're not walking alone. The more you step into your calling, the more help you'll see arriving from unexpected places. People will show up at just the right time. Opportunities will align without force. Messages will appear right when you're about to give up. This is the orchestration of the divine, guiding your path like a hidden current. This support may come through strangers, signs, synchronicities, or sudden shifts you couldn't have planned. It's proof that when a chosen one steps into alignment, the universe rearranges itself to assist them. You're not just being carried, you're being positioned. The power of stillness in chaos. While the world around you feels unstable, you're learning the power of stillness. Stillness is not weakness, it's mastery. In stillness, you hear clearly. In stillness, you move with precision. In stillness, you stop reacting to noise and start responding to truth. This is your secret weapon. While others are distracted by chaos, you're rooted in clarity. While others are pulled by fear, you're anchored in faith. This is how chosen ones move mountains, not by force but by presence, the creation of new realities. As you stand in your alignment, you're no longer a passive observer of life, you're a creator. Your thoughts, your words, your intentions are shaping reality faster than ever before. What you focus on manifests. What you speak echoes into form. You've stepped into the dimension where faith becomes action, and action becomes destiny. This is why your inner world matters more than ever. Your imagination isn't just a daydream, it's a blueprint. When you visualize peace, you plant it. When you declare freedom, you anchor it. When you envision a new future, you begin to create it. The chosen ones are not here just to survive the shift, they're here to build the world on the other side of it. The birthing of new systems. Everything around you may feel like it's collapsing, but you're witnessing a birth. Old systems based on deception, fear, and control are falling because they cannot hold the new frequency. In their place, new systems of truth, integrity, and higher consciousness are rising. You chosen one are part of that blueprint. Your values, your choices, your energy are helping design what comes next. Every time you choose authenticity over conformity, you're laying a brick in the foundation of a new reality. Every time you heal a wound inside yourself, you're healing a piece of the collective. The glow of recognition. People will start to recognize something in you, even if they can't name it. They'll be drawn to your peace in chaos, your wisdom in confusion, your light in the dark. Some will be inspired. Some may feel triggered, but all will sense it. This is the sign of your spiritual authority rising, an authority not given by man but by the divine. You won't need to prove yourself anymore. You won't need to justify your path. Your life will speak louder than any explanation. Your glow is not arrogance, it's alignment. It's the quiet confidence of someone who knows why they're here and where they're going. The shattering of limits. Everything that once felt impossible is beginning to shift. Old fears, old ceilings, old limits, they're cracking. You're starting to realize that the rules you were taught don't apply anymore. You can step beyond them. You can create beyond them. You can exist beyond them. This is the space of true freedom. The more you step into your power, the less you're bound by human definitions of what's realistic. The more you trust your path, the more you'll see doors open that others swore were locked. The more you act from faith, the more miracles will meet you. The sound of the call. There's a sound calling out now, not with words but with energy. It's pulling chosen ones closer to their mission. It's aligning hearts, synchronizing steps, and activating destinies. You've been hearing it in dreams, in numbers, in those moments of quiet when you feel something greater than yourself moving through you. That sound is not outside of you, it's inside you. It's the call you agreed to before you came here. And now it's growing louder. It's time to answer. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. You didn't find this message by accident. You were led here because your spirit is ready to rise higher. Everything you warned about is happening now, and the world needs your light more than ever before. This is not the moment to shrink. This is the moment to stand. Declare your alignment. Speak your truth. Let this be the moment you step fully into your calling. If this message has ignited something inside you, comment below, "I am ready," so the universe can see your agreement. Like this video to anchor your energy into the collective shift. Share it with another chosen one who's been feeling this pull but needs confirmation. And subscribe to Inner Wisdom Souls now. This space was created for you, for those who carry visions, gifts, and destinies too powerful to keep hidden. Every message here is designed to guide, uplift, and activate you on your journey. Stay connected, stay awake, stay unstoppable. Your time is now.